Stand up, Hamlet.
Oh, John.
Stand up. Hamlet is on trial for the murder of Polonius. So in challenge 3, the exposition strand is Shakespeare. They do 5 Shakespeare plays. And after every play, they have an assignment where they write a persuasive paper and they memorize 30 lines to do a dramatic interpretation. But the last play is Hamlet, and they have a choice of doing that, writing a paper, or doing kind of a mock trial spoof. So this is a spoof. They didn't have a choice. I chose it for them. I said, we're doing this. We're going to try it and see what it's like. So this is a version of the plot of Shakespeare. There's only 20 programs. So if you don't have one, you didn't see it, share with your neighbor, read the plot. I'll give you a little summary. The play opens with Hamlet being visited by his father's ghost. His father was actually murdered, but nobody knows that. So the ghost tells him that he was actually murdered. And throughout the play, Hamlet, you try to decide, is Hamlet actually going insane? Or is Hamlet just acting out of grief? Or what's going on? And when he's in the middle of this confrontation with his mother, he stabs someone behind a curtain, not knowing who it was. And so that is what he's on trial for. Was it murder, or is he just crazy? Okay? So you guys, we have our jury here. Our jury may or may not decide a true verdict. We're not sure. But if they don't, we need you to decide the verdict. Okay? Is he guilty or not? So there's going to be silliness. It is not true. It's their version of this. Okay. We are going to begin. Court is in session. Does the prosecution or the defense have an opening statement?
Yes, Your Honor. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for attending today's Hamlet mock trial. Honorable Judge Hudgens and jury. I'm Aniki Schlabach, the prosecuting attorney for this case. My witnesses are King Claudius, the defendant's uncle-turned-stepfather, Laertes, the brother of the defendant's lover and son of the murder victim, and finally, Queen Gertrude, the defendant's mother. I'm here to prove, beyond a reasonable doubt, that the defendant, Prince Hamlet, is guilty of the intentional and malicious murder of Polonius, the king's advisor. This murder took place in the bedchamber of Queen Gertrude, within the walls of a Danish castle. The victim, Polonius, had been present in the queen's chamber to deliver a message from her husband, the king. Hearing the defendant's footsteps approaching, the queen directed Polonius to hide behind a curtain, not desiring for rumors to be started, when suddenly the defendant came rushing into his mother's room. After hearing a few snide comments from the queen, Polonius yelled for help because he feared she was in danger. And at this, the defendant impaled the victim's abdomen with a rapier, which fatally wounded him. As you have seen, we have here today a man whose first intention after hearing a suspicious noise behind a curtain was to stab it. This murder was not accidental. This was a heinous act resulting from the defendant's obsession with his revenge plot to avenge his late father, King Hamlet of Denmark. If one had accidentally killed someone, do you not think that they would be remorseful? Why would the defendant really need to protect himself from a noise behind a curtain? I hope through all the evidence that will be revealed through the trial that the jury will side with the prosecution and will punish the man responsible for vicious manslaughter.
Order. Defense.
The Honorable Judge Hudgens and jury. I have been given the opportunity to defend the innocence of Hamlet against the accusation of the murder of Polonius. Hamlet was wrongly accused of blind, cold-blooded murder of his beloved friend, and it is my duty to erase this news of false gossip from his record. Did Polonius die? Yes, to the great sorrow of Hamlet. But this is a tragic accident. It was a horrible mistake. He unknowingly struck his sword through a curtain, attempting to kill a rat, or what he thought was a rat. He was overcome with grief already by the murder of his father. Why the relationship between his mother and his strange uncle? Why the loss of the love of his life, Ophelia? Now this. Why should a man who has endured so much pain now have to suffer death, just for a mistake made in the midst of great sorrow? A sorrow so deep that it caused him to lose his sanity and his judgment. During this trial, I will interview 3 witnesses. Hamlet, the accused, Horatio, Hamlet's father, and Ophelia, Hamlet's one and only true love.
Does the prosecution have any witnesses that you wish to call to the stand?
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to call Claudius to the stand.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Will you please state your name
Claudius, King of Denmark.
and your relationship to the defendant?
I'm Hamlet's father. Before I married his mother, Queen Gertrude, I was his uncle.
Thank you. And your relationship to the deceased, Polonius?
Polonius was the Lord Chamberlain in my court. He was a nice old man, although his speeches were a bit long-winded.
Mhm. Can you please tell me what you were doing on the day Polonius was murdered?
Yes, we had all been watching a play. I had players come to act in an attempt to cheer up my son. He's been so dreadfully sad since his dad died a few months ago. The play suddenly began disrupting, so I had it stopped. I then left because I was upset. My friend Polonius found me and offered to go with me, my queen, as she was going to speak with Hamlet about his impression. I thought it was the best if someone was with her.
Mm-hmm. Who told you about Polonius' murder and how did you react?
I thought it was terrible when my queen told me. And then I realized that what would have happened if I had been there. I blame myself for not dealing with Hamlet's darkness earlier. But I loved him so much, I just didn't want to think about what I had to do.
Mm-hmm. Did you view your stepson as a threat?
No, he acted like a madman. Why would I find an insane man a threat to me, the king?
And were you kind to your stepson after you ascended the throne?
No.
Can you give an example?
After his father had died, Hamlet was always so gloomy, like clouds hanging over him. So I reminded him, each son had to mourn his father for a certain period of time. But overdoing it is just stubborn. It's not manly. I told him he was committing a crime against heaven, against the dead, and against nature, and that he should just give up his useless mourning and start thinking about me, his new father.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Defense? You may cross-examine. Claudius, we need you back here. You're going to be cross-examined.
Did you want your stepson to not return to the University of Wittenberg?
Yes, I didn't want him to return back to his university at Wittenberg. Everyone knows that you're the man closest to the throne, and that I love you as much as any father loves his son. And your plans for going back to Wittenberg are not what I want. I'm asking you now to stay here in my company as the #1 member of my court, my nephew and my son too.
Objection! Earlier in your conversation with your stepson, do you not call him unmanly in his grief? Now you're saying that he's the #1 man of your court. Would this deception not cause Hamlet to desire to take revenge on him?
Well, these contradicting statements would promote his madness.
His madness was a result
Okay, order in court. Prosecution, you are out of order. Defense, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Why didn't you want Hamlet to return to school?
I desired for him to stay home so I could keep an eye on him from here.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Does the prosecution like to call any other witnesses to the stand?
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to call Laertes to the stand.
You're gonna have to give me a little bit.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, yes, I do.
Would you please state your name?
My name is Laertes, son of the very incredible Polonius. You can see where I get my very handsome looks. Very handsome. And I'm also the brother to Ophelia.
What's your relationship to the deceased?
I am his angel of death. And no, I do not care if I be doomed. I really don't care what happens to me in this world or the next. Whatever happens, happens, that's what I always say. But I will have revenge for my father.
Who told you about your father's murder?
King Claudius, the way my father died, the secret funeral, no funeral rites, no public military display, no noble rites, no funeral ceremony. Shout out to heaven and earth that I had to call the way he died into question.
And how did the king respond to your questions?
He said that I had every right to do so and that he shared in my terrible, terrible grief.
Was there tension or conflict between your father, Polonius, and Hamlet?
Well, my father was the king's advisor, so there was obviously very bad tension between them.
Did you caution your sister Ophelia against pursuing Hamlet?
Well, yes, I did. I told my sister, when a youth grows into a man, he not only gets bigger in his body, but his responsibilities, they grow too. He may love you now, and he may have only the best intentions, but you must be on your guard. Remember that he is a member of the royal family, and his intentions do not matter that much. They do not matter. Do not.
Did your father agree with you cautioning Ophelia against pursuing Hamlet?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
You can cross-examine.
Why did you caution your sister against Hamlet?
My father, his influence caused me to believe that Hamlet was quite mad, very mad.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Let the jury know he's kind of dumb too, but that's not it.
Prosecution, do you have any other witnesses?
I would like to call Queen Gertrude to the stand.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Ma'am, will you please state your name?
Gertrude of Denmark.
Queen Gertrude, Queen of Denmark. Your relationship to the defendant.
Hamlet is my son.
Can you please tell me what you were doing on the day Polonius was murdered?
I too was enjoying the play. Until my husband became upset and left. I decided to speak with Hamlet about the way he insulted his father. So I had him summoned to my room. Polonius came to my room first and we agreed he should hide behind the tapestry.
What happened next?
When Hamlet arrived, I tried speaking with him, but he accused me of questioning him evilly. I asked him if he'd forgotten who I was, to which he replied, "For God's sake, no, I haven't. You are the queen, your husband's brother's wife, and you are my mother, though I wish you were." He then said I wasn't to budge until he held up a mirror, showing me what's deep inside me.
Then what happened?
I was worried he may kill me, so I said, "Help." Polonius heard me from behind the tapestry and said, "Help, help, help" as well. Hamlet asked if I was a rat and said, "I bet a buck he's a dead rat now." Then he stabbed his sword through the tapestry and killed Polonius.
Do you think your son Hamlet knew that it was Polonius behind the curtain?
No, I don't.
Did your son show remorse after he realized he had killed Polonius?
He said, "You low life, nosy, good for nothing, busybody fool, goodbye. I thought you were somebody more important. You've gotten what you deserve."
Did you witness your son drag the body of Polonius out of your bedchamber?
Yes.
Thank you. No further questions.
Defense, you may cross-examine.
What was Polonius doing in your bedchamber the night of his death?
He was there to spy on Hamlet and I's conversations.
And was Hamlet talking to himself in your chamber after he killed Polonius?
Yes, he claimed to be speaking to his deceased father.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay. Defense, do you have witnesses you'd like to call to the stand?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to call Ophelia to the stand.
Raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Will you please state your name for the court?
Oh, I'm Ophelia. I am Laertes' sister, and Polonius was my dad.
And what's your relationship to the defendant?
He is crazy in love with me.
And what makes you think that?
Well, I was up in my room sewing. I love sewing, you know. And Hamlet came in, no hat on his head, clean off. His shirt was unbuttoned. His stockings were disgusting. I thought he walked through the mud, and then he was pale as his undershirt. His knees were knocking together. It was hot, and he was shivering. He looked so out of sorts. He came up to me, and he grabbed my wrist, and he held me hard, and I couldn't move. Then he backed away at arm's length, and he just looked at me, and he looked at me, and and he wouldn't look away from me. And I thought he was going to paint my picture or something. He was staring for so long. And then finally, after shaking my arm a little, he gave his head a little jerk, and then he turned, and then he started to walk away. But he didn't look at the door. He was looking at me the whole time. He walked away, he looked at the door. He looked back, and then he left. That is definitely love craziness.
And are you still in a relationship with Hamlet?
No.
Did you distance yourself from him?
Yes, and I returned all them love letters he wrote me.
How do you think this affected him?
I think it made him more crazy.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Prosecution, would you like to cross-examine?
Ophelia, why did you shun Hamlet?
Well, because my daddy told me.
Why did he make you do that?
Well, he said he was crazy. And in fact, he knew he was crazy.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Defense, do you have another witness you'd like to call to the stand?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to call Horatio to the stand.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Will you please state your name for the court?
My name is Horatio.
What is your relationship to the defendant?
Hamlet and I studied together at the University of Wittenberg.
And how would you describe Hamlet?
Well, his imagination's made him a little crazy.
And how would you describe Hamlet's disposition since he returned from school following his father's death?
He has not been the same since he has returned. Not at all.
Could you give some examples?
Well, as we were watching the play, right? He stopped the whole play and made everyone leave the theater so it was just me and him in here. And then he said, and I repeat in the current voice as best as possible,
Can I get work as an actor if I have bad luck in some acting company and wear flowers on my shoes?
and then I said, he might even give you half the share of the company. And he responded with a poem saying,
No, a whole share for me, for you know, my dearest David, and Joe's the king of the guys for throwing out of power here. And who's in charge? Big Peacock.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Prosecution.
Horatio, what do you think contributed to Hamlet's madness?
well, ma'am, his father's murder, his mother's betrayal of love, and the broken heart.
How did you know his father was murdered?
His daddy told him.
But his father is dead.
I guess his daddy ghost told him.
Okay. And have you also seen this ghost?
Yep.
Do you know of anyone else who saw this ghost beside you and the defendant?
Yep.
And did you hear what the ghost said?
Nope.
So, when the queen said Hamlet was talking to himself in her chamber after pulling his die, he was actually talking to his father's ghost.
Objection, Your Honor. The prosecution is asking a leading question.
I withdraw the question.
The jury will disregard the prosecution's last question.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Defense, do you have any more witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to call Hamlet to the stand.
Raise your right hand.
My dad.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do, yo.
Will you please say your name for the court?
I'm a Hamlet, yo. Son of my king, my father, who is also Hamlet, yo. And my mama, Queen Gertrude, yo. Although I wish I wasn't, yo.
And why do you say that?
Well, I mean, my father's only been dead for 2 months. Less than that, man. And my mama already be moving on to my uncle when she loved him so. But I mean, you know, I don't really want to remember this. Do I have to?
Yes, please continue.
Well, my mama will be hanging on my dad, all cutesy and lovey. And you know what? It was great, but then my dad dies, and my mama just instantly goes on to my uncle, which now I have to apparently call my father. I mean, once she dried the tears off her cheeks, she was already remarried. I mean, and I just tried to show how sad I am by wearing my dark clothes and my baggy pants, my tears. But I mean, you know, I just can't show my feelings.
And why aren't you allowed to express your grief?
Well, my mama, when I was ranting on my uncle being all mad about it, I mean, she just told me, be more nice. And I'm like, I don't want to be more nice. It's not my real dad.
Okay, what were your intentions the night Polonius died?
It was a really big rat behind the curtain. So, I mean, huge rat. And I stabbed it.
And what is the reported story on how your father died?
I mean, these people start saying it's a snake. But I know my uncle killed him. Put some poison down his ear.
And how do you think he died?
Well, he was poisoned by my uncle, like I said.
And how do you know this?
My daddy told me.
Your daddy's dead.
I know. And I said,
How did your daddy tell you if he's dead?
he's a ghost and he came and told me. Yo,
His ghost told you.
that's what I said, yo. You want to say it again?
Does your father's ghost appear to you often?
Every day he's here with us now.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Prosecution and cross-examined.
Hamlet, how were you intending to avenge your late father?
Well, I was gonna act all crazy in front of my uncle so he wouldn't think I was a threat. But you know I got the ops. So when I was acting all crazy, I was gonna get rid of him.
Who was with you when your father first appeared to you?
My good buddies, what's his name? I can't remember. Horatio and the other guy. I don't really remember him.
What was your reaction when you realized you had killed Polonius?
I was kind of sad. I mean, I wish I was somebody more important. Some random guy, yo.
Who did you hope for?
My uncle.
No further questions, Your Honor.
I'm gonna sit down now. I think my dad with me too.
Do prosecution and defense have closing statements?
Yes, Your Honor.
Prosecution?
After all this information has been revealed, through the examination of the witnesses, I hope that the judge and the jury will side with the prosecution. The defendant is sane. The play which he has been putting on this entire time was all a part of the scheme to avenge his late father, the King Hamlet. His fiddling around with the skull during his trial was simply a desperate attempt to reinforce this elaborate scheme. This man is so consumed with revenge and anger that he was willing to destroy his dignity and reputation as the respected Prince of Denmark in order to fulfill a command to avenge his deceased father, given to him by supposed ghost of said father. After the defendant realized he had murdered the victim, Polonius, he showed no shade of remorse. His mind was so consumed with his revenge plot that remorse had not a single square inch of space to occupy in his mind. To conclude, I urge every individual present today to acknowledge the fact that this man is guilty of the charges against him. He is very much sane and deserves to pay the penalty for deception of numerous men and women. Again, I urge you to side with the prosecution and make this man pay for his crimes.
Defense?
Speak emphatically. Okay. As the judges and the jury have observed, Hamlet was driven mad by unbearable tragedy. His outburst of violence as he blindly stabbed the curtain and unintentionally killed Polonius was horrific, but a complete accident which resulted in Hamlet's further departure from reality and pressed him further toward insanity. Hamlet was innocent of an intentional murder. All the witnesses have stated that Hamlet was indeed insane. The murder of his father, the king, the loss of his place in life, the loss of his mother in a scandalous relationship, the loss of Ophelia as the love of his life, all led to a horrific outburst and stabbing at the curtain, talking to the ghost, and being insane. I urge the judges to find Hamlet innocent of malicious murder of Polonius. This concludes the defense for Hamlet. He sits down.
Judge Hudgens will currently consult the jury to determine a verdict. The jury seems to be undecided, and so this court will ask that the audience determine if Hamlet is guilty of murder. Raise your hand if you do believe Hamlet is guilty of murder.
I do.
Raise your hand if you do not believe he is guilty of murder.
I do.
So the defense,
Objection! Objection! Yeah, give me the...
this court rules
What?
in favor
Hold
of
up!
the
Hey!
prosecution.
Yo, man, you can't do that! Yo! Yo!
Wait.
My wife.
The end. Stand up, get down. Stand up, get down.
Oh, no.
Thank you. I'll get a picture in costume.
Yeah.
Here, just
Oh, gang, gang, man.
take a picture with my phone.
I'm good. Yep.
Here.
Dude, I forgot like all my lines. I was like, wait.